just want the world to know that I'm that girl.
It's late. The world is quiet, but my thoughts aren't. Welcome to Sweet Topics at Night. I'm your host, That Girl Vegan. And this is where we slow down and do hard work. No pressure, no judgment, just a safe space to be vulnerable and honest and talk about the hard truths. A space to be real. So grab your water, your tea, or whatever you need to get comfortable. Whatever feels good to you right now, and let's sit here for a bit. So I've been sitting with this part of Ecclesiastes 3:11 where it says, He makes everything beautiful in His own time. And it's so simple, but it was so impactful and so deep. Because God doesn't just go after the easy parts of our lives and make them beautiful, but He also goes after the hard parts, the parts that we want to hide, or the losses, the heartbreaks, places and things that we usually try to run from. But in His timing, He'll make those beautiful as well. So a while back, I went through something really painful. It happened really fast, and it was the result of a heated argument where the other person tossed something very small in my direction, and it hit me over my left eye. I was kind of shocked at the moment. I didn't know what was going on because, like I said, it happened kind of fast. And it wasn't until I felt warm blood running down my face that, I became enraged and kind of like snapped out of my shock. It scared me. And of course, it left a gash over my eye at the time and caused my whole eye to turn black and blue for weeks. Every time I looked in the mirror, it was a reminder of, that incident, what happened, the things that were said. And the pain was just kind of staring back at me. It was raw, it was exposed, it was like impossible to hide from. And honestly, I felt ugly. I felt embarrassed. I felt small, It made me wonder if I was going to have to live with this forever. But God is so intentional. Over time, the scar healed. It actually faded. And eventually it was almost as if it was never there at all. And then one day I was washing my face and not even really thinking about it. And it hit me, the very place that once carried so much pain, now has a tiny beauty mark. And same spot, same story, but somehow it's beautiful now. And it was at that moment I heard God say to me so clearly, I can take the ugly things and make them beautiful. Or I can take an ugly situation and make it beautiful. And that's why I wanted to share. Like I said, I do believe that there is real power in testimonies. The things that we go through in life is not just for me to keep and hoard, or for us to keep and hoard. It's meant to share because we were not the only one that went through that situation, and hopefully it'll inspire somebody to speak up and release the things that are kind of keeping them bound, right? And sharing your testimony is not meant to drag up the past or to point fingers. It's just to really show the power of God and what He can do. And maybe you can start believing, that for your life too. So tonight I want to ask you a question. What's the scar in your life that you still cringe at? What's the thing in your life that makes you feel ugly, where you wish no one else can see? Could it be that God is not done with that part yet? Could it be that maybe in God's perfect timing, that will be the thing that actually shines? So tonight, I want you to write down or whisper a little prayer before you drift off and ask God to show you how He's making it beautiful, because He will in His time. Thank you for sitting with me tonight. This is the Heart Work After Dark. Sweet dreams.